Shares of On are in focus today after seeing second quarter sales in North America rise over 102% year over year. The Athletics brand also raised its full year guidance, citing continued strong demand for its products. Joining us to discuss is On co-CEO Marc Maurer and On co-CEO and CFO Martin Hoffmann. Good morning to you both, gents. Marc, let me start with you because we've been talking all morning long about the consumers trading down, not spending as much as they were. Saw it in Target, saw it in Walmart's results, but we didn't see it in yours. Why is that?
Welcome and hi, Brian. Good to see you again. So, we feel we have a very unique and differentiated product that you can't just trade down. So we speak about the performance of the product, the very unique design, and the fact that we're bringing more and more sustainability to our consumers. And in the end, I think consumers appreciate the innovation and the feeling that they get when you're putting our product on your body, and that's why we're not experiencing it.
It's interesting as we're tracking what the appetite of the consumer is and how that relates to the products that they're purchasing because of the activities that they are doing. And running is one of the easiest activities for people to get into, especially as they're monitoring where else they may be pulling back spending their money on other activities. And so with that, have you seen more of an addressable market expansion or at least a prospective consumer that has engaged more with the brand at On?
And that's clearly one of the reasons why the demand stays strong. It's one of the least expensive ways to move and experience the power of sports. And yeah, as you say, we feel this is driving the global sales and makes that category very resistant. But we still see also the trend towards casualization. It becomes a more premium market. Clearly, we have a lot of pricing power, and the consumers are also looking for that. Many people come to the office in sneakers, and so all those elements together with our global presence make us very resistant in the current environment.
Marc, maybe you could take us inside on how you manage the brand, because a lot of retailers we have talked to so far in earnings season are seeing eye-opening gains in inventory. They just bought too much stuff. They got too optimistic, but I don't see that over at your company. Why is that, and what's the mindset?
From the beginning, we were very focused on being a premium brand, and part of that is keeping supply slightly below demand. So we are having tons of conversation with our retail partners, with our factory partners, and making sure that we have inventory visibility, we see what they're selling out, and we're making sure we're in the end delivering in what we're selling out. And we're doing the same with our own inventory. So this is how we're trying to keep control of it. And on top of that, we've launched two new products, the Cloud Monster and the Cloud Runner, early in Q2. And they are resonating super, super well with our consumers. So that obviously helps as well if you then have these very high frequency items.
Within that inventory management, some of your competitors in the space, they've had to either have heavy promotional periods that are anticipated in the upcoming season. Have you guys had to adjust any of kind of the promotional cycles or anything of that nature, or are you still able to see the majority of your sales coming in at full price? And what kind of target does that look like? Because for a company like Nike, they're saying, 65% of their inventory should be selling at full price versus a discount or promotion.
Yeah, so I think we reacted very quickly after the factory lockdowns. We decided to air freight a lot of product in order to get the products to the customers. And this has resulted in a very strong first half year growth of 67%. But it also led to the fact that we are now in a very healthy inventory situation where we actually wanted to be. And we always want to be in a situation where supply is below demand. So where there is scarcity in the market. So it's okay that we are not always fully availability on our web shop. We want to be there, and that's the position that we are in. And at the same time, we have a lot of levers to drive growth with our global presence, which has started with working with some of the biggest key accounts in North America, but also in other regions. And therefore, we feel there's no pressure on us to discount. And the customer, as I mentioned, is looking for the premium product.
You guys are still a relatively new brand. I know we've been talking to you for some time, but in order to drive sales to your business, you essentially have to take market share away from really, let's say, three established brands. That's a Nike, Adidas, and an Under Armour. What is your secret sauce?
I mean, again, I think the very, very big element is the product. So we're just trying to bring an amazing product to our consumers that is very, very differentiated. That's a huge part of it. I think the second element was how we approach distribution, how we are partnering with premium retailers that are bringing the product to life in a very, very unique way. And then we're trying to build a very authentic brand that is rooted in performance, that is rooted in running. We're building up the On Athletics Club, which won several medals now also at the World Championships. So I think this is the image and the brand we're trying to bring to the consumers. We feel it's very differentiated and it's very much appreciated.
Viewer question coming in, guys. I'll put this to both of you. They want to know, how often do both of you run during the week?
Well, we were cycling today, the mountain bike. But I would say we also talk a lot with the team about this. I think building habits to move and to clean your mind helps a lot. So maybe it's just a 30, 20-minute run. I try to do it almost every day. Marc always runs then 40 minutes, but we try to do it, but not only for physical exercise, but also to stay clean in the mind.